Well, between school, peer pressure, and bullying, kids are dealing with a lot of stress that could take a toll on their mental health. It is Children's Mental Health Awareness Week in Maryland, and experts are reminding parents that helping kids cope with depression and anxiety is just as important as their physical well-being. For this week's Take Action Thursday, we're joined by Dr. Bradshaw, Associate Professor of the Department of Mental Health at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for covering the topic.
It is an important topic, and we think about our kids. We're always worried about the scraped knee and the bumps and bruises from the playground, but there are emotional scars as well. How do you know if your child's having problems?
Well, you can often tell by a change in their routine, the way that they go to school or get ready. Maybe they're sleeping longer, staying up late at night, or a change in how they spend their time, or things that they used to be interested in that they're no longer interested in, or even potentially pulling away from the family.
How young do these issues manifest themselves?
They can start really very young. In younger children, we often see some of the psychosomatic complaints, as we call them, where you'll see the stomach aches, the headaches, that may not have an explainable physical cause. But those physical pains are really the result of some emotional concerns.
Bullying. We hear so much about it these days. Now, this has gone on since the beginning of time, really. Is it a problem that much worse today than it was when we were growing up? And what happened to kids sort of working these things out on the playground? Why is it so much worse today?
Well, in fact, the research indicates that it's not necessarily more common these days, but people are more aware of it. So it's one of those phenomena that as the awareness increases, there sometimes is a perception that it's more prevalent. But rather, we do know that there are some forms of bullying, like cyberbullying, that are more harmful and much more common nowadays than the more traditional verbal or physical forms when you and I were growing up.
All right, very quickly, what should a parent do if you believe your child is being bullied?
Well, the first thing you want to do is talk to your child. Try to find out as much information about where it's happening. Coach your child on some non-aggressive ways that they can respond to it, like how to avoid those situations, and reach out to the school or other members, perhaps of the community or church, that can help you.
All right, Dr. Bradshaw from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, thank you so much for coming in and talking with us.
Thank you for having me.